Welcome back. Okay, good. Welcome back to another after battle ranked commentary video. This one was special. I'm fighting against someone from the IRQF. Now, at first, I'm thinking, okay, so this guy, he is somewhere on the leaderboard. I've seen him on the leaderboard somewhere. I'm like, this guy is special. He is very, very special. So I'm looking, and and I realized that we are not too far from each other. I'm like, okay. This map is going to be one of those types of maps where it's, it's cramped. You have to fight in the Stone Age or else you die. There is no getting to industrial on these kinds of maps. Like, it's impossible. And real quick, I want you to take a quick look at this. Take a look at this map. It's like the archipelago, for fuck's sake. Look at this. Or the Caribbeans, one of the two. It's just a fat ton of islands. This would be fun if there's so many good maps where I just wish you would spawn on like the other side, and then like they would spawn on one side, and then you could have like a massive sea fight. God, I wish that was the case. Anyway, I realized what's gonna happen. I start trying to gather as much food as possible, so I try to like take my scout, get some deer. It was kind of hard to, because of how like the map was, because you see this tree line is here, this tree line's here, and like the deer have to like run through this tree line, or if they go this way or they go that way. It was really, really annoying. And at first I think I'm in trouble. I honestly think I'm in trouble for a while, because he had already gotten his a stonecutter up, and at first I thought it was a fight pit, but it turns out to be a stonecutter, which was okay. And you see, look, he's getting all this food. Now I have a few deer, so I'm not too mad. But when I realized this, like as you see, I saw this. I saw his workers, and I knew he was gonna try to bulwark rush me. But the good news was I had stone cutters, got the upgrades I needed, and I went straight for trying to kill his workers. I wasn't gonna make a stick twice, because like basically once you get if it was between a fight pit to get stone warriors or bulwark, the fight pit will always win. Not because not in case like he goes after like if I went after the bulwarks, like I would have been in trouble. But instead, I immediately took his base was undefended, which I knew. So I immediately took what little stone warriors I had and went straight for him. I went straight for the kill. And killing his, I killed his workers. Killed a lot of them actually. You see, 1, 2, yeah, I'm killing a lot of his workers, which would take a hit, and even got a boar to help me a little bit. And at first I thought I won. Like, honestly, God, I thought I won, because here I am sending small waves, but still swarming him with stone warriors. And you have to keep in mind one thing: when a map is small like this, you see his major problem here. Wild animals are vicious. You see, look, he has 2 tigers, 2 boars. I got a few boars on me, a mammoth. Yeah, the wild animals are vicious in this fight. Again, I go in. This time I do far more damage, because I have more stone warriors. I go straight for the workers. And he doesn't seem to care about the lives of his workers. But still, I killed so many workers. And I maybe try to get, I try to get more. But this time I went for the bulwark, because I wanted to, clear the path. So I went in. Again, I sent in another wave, but this time I realized that I'm not going to be able to break through, because he had so many slingers. He had the upgrade. Let's check if he had the upgrades. Yeah, he didn't. Okay, so he didn't have the strength training upgrade, but which is expected because he went slingers. You see, more wild animals just killed his workers. This guy was suffering. He was not going to win. Oh, yeah, I also came over here and destroyed what was stuff here. And I should have, you know, immediately went in. Like, he has no workers. Barely any. Like, you can barely consider this, like... Again, his house has got destroyed. I came in more Stone Warriors, killed his workers. You would think someone would quit. Like, honestly, you would think someone would quit after this. All his workers are dead. He has nothing. Let's check his... He barely has... He has like, what? 1, 2, 3... He has like a handful of workers left? And some slingers? And meanwhile, here I am going back in. Straight for the kill. Also, I don't know what I do here. Oh yeah, I went for the fight pits because I want to stop him from producing. I did have some trouble, and they did all die because there were just so many slingers. But again, look, he just does not give up. And this really bites me in the ass too. So I should have kept making fight. I should have just kept doing a fight pits, kept doing some Stone Warriors. Had I done that, I would have won easy. Instead, I thought, you know, this guy is dead. Dead. There's no way he can recover from this kind of dead. And yet he does. He recovers from this. I'm sitting here like, how? Because look, he immediately just takes a 180, like somehow. And see, I go in again. I try to just, you know, do what I can. I'm thinking that I won. I take some Asian hand rams, bust down these. But he has so many slingers at this point, and I'm sitting here like, what? I'm like, there's no way he should have been able to recover from this, but he did. And he goes in, but I have a wall, thankfully. But the wall does not hold. And this is going to be the main focus of the fight. I debate... Hold on. Okay, right here, I debate on what to do. I let him break through the wall. Even if I sent in... Like, there was no point of letting my workers die like this. Because it just wasn't... It wasn't feasible for me just letting the workers die. Meanwhile, here I am. I'm struggling. He's broken through. I have tons of towers. I'm trying my best to keep him out. I don't have many soldiers. Like, the most I have is, like... I'm spawning, like, maybe 10 at a time, and I'm constantly spamming out spearmen, archers, everything I can. I start building towers like there is no tomorrow. And you're going to see this is the main focus of the fight. Hold on. Is this a good angle? Yeah, this is a good angle, actually. I like this angle better. As you can see, he starts spinning Macemen and Slingers only. Macemen and Slingers. Macemen and Slingers. And I immediately try to get, you know, these towers upgraded. I try to get these back ones upgraded first, because once they are upgraded, he wouldn't be able to break them, as you can see. But I managed to get, you know, heavy spearmen. Thank God that I had heavy spearmen. Had I had just normal spearmen, yeah, this place would have fell in just seconds. But you see, I'm killing so many. There's just so much more. And he tries to break through these, but he never gets there. This is a hurt locker right here. I put him in a hurt locker. And she's, look at the dead. There's so many dead. And get this, even when I get medieval, it's still not enough. It's literally still not enough to stop him. I am in medieval. I got everything. I'm getting samurais, you know, fucking Ashigarus. I'm still getting archers from here. I'm still getting spearmen from here. And still, they just keep fucking coming. Okay, you're going to see a little bit of something here. So he runs this way, which is kind of a foolish decision on his part. He doesn't do anything. He tries to go for the fishing boats and housing and trying to, like, lure my troops away. It doesn't work because all my workers are, like, okay, all my workers are here. And now you got to keep in mind something. My base is a maze. It is literally a maze, from not just for him, but for me too. He also, like, I'm surprised. Look at this. Doesn't he have his temple up? He doesn't even have a temple up. He can only produce 60 units. Right here, he can only produce 60 units. He tries, he tries to go over here. He tries to, take out my fishing boats. He doesn't destroy anything, so that's lucky on my part. But I do, quickly dispose of this force as fast as I can. He tries to go for it. Again, I build more towers. I get, I finish him off here. Again, he doesn't do anything here. He tries to. I think he doesn't even destroy the house. Yeah, no. Okay, at this point, I finally, after this point, is when it turned. I finally got. Now he pulls back. He pulls back his forces, but it's still not enough. Like I tried. Oh yeah. Okay. Pause. Okay. So right here, this is really foolish of me. I tried to take 8 workers, particularly 8, because I have 8 right here, and I want to close the gap. If I close the gap, I win. But my workers were taking so heavy. Like you see, he immediately swapped into like chasing them. I think because he did an attack move, so I immediately just pulled my workers back. I think only 5 survived this. But I think it did help a little bit because when he does an attack move, they just went after the closest thing, so the maceman had to pull back and still get shot at. But it's still like, the macemen are slow lumbering tanks. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna be fucking insane. Again, I'm spamming samurai out of these things. I'm spamming samurai. I'm spamming Ashigarus, and keep in mind also, you have to. One more thing. I only went for the stone mines. The reason I didn't go for this tree line is because if I carve into this tree line too much, I can just, there can be a tiniest little gap here. Just a tiny gap, and it would have ended me without question. He would have just slipped right through and not been able to do anything, and I wouldn't be able to do anything. Oh, one more thing. So I also built a gate here, and it's a good thing I did too, because had he been able to go to two cracks, yeah, I would have been done. But I managed to keep him in this hurt locker for long enough to get some troops up. And I also got some junk ships because I knew, because now he's getting his temple. Look, he just got his temple up. And he's probably going to get the pop upgrade. He should have got his temple up sooner, but I guess it's from the fact that, okay, yeah, he doesn't have any food. Okay, yeah, right here, he ran out of food completely. And he built a poultry farm so close. And he tries to, get his army up once again, but at this point it's too late. I get junk ships here to bombard his coastline. I get my army back up of just Ashigarus and samurai. They make short work. At this point, it's a game over. I knew it was game over at this point. And let's swap back to the other direction. Yeah, at this point it's game over. He built a poultry farm here, and I question why he built it so close to the front lines. And now I'm looking at the replay, I realize why he just got it. He just had no choice. But I think the main problem he was having was I killed so many workers early on. He was spamming out workers and didn't have the time to build his temple. And I think it's the fact that he did go and try to collect some the cows over here, wild animals and such. So it would make sense. He probably should have gone over here. Look at all this deer. Yeah, but at this point he quits. There was no saving him. I'm surprised I survived this long. See, I had way more resources, but it was just so many primitive fights, or primitive soldiers. I just couldn't handle just the sheer amount that he was sending at me. I'm surprised he didn't make more bulwarks, but I think it would have been pointless. But still, I gotta give him props. Had this been an extended engagement, there was no way I would have won. like, I'm sorry, it was an extended engagement. But I'm sorry, but if the map had been larger, there is no way in hell I could have won. This guy refused to give up, and I think there was a reason for him not giving up. He was very high on the leaderboards. Because again, I got like 72 out of like 72 ranks out of him, so he was pretty damn high, and I'm like in what 40th place, and I got 72 out of that, so that means he would have been somewhere in the 20s. But I managed to persevere, and it had to do with mainly my base layout. That I think that's what saved me. I built walls here, and even if when he managed to break through, he went this way. Had he gone this way, it would have been different. It would have been a different story. But he went this way. I think what saved me too was the fact that he went this way and didn't go this way. But again, I think it would have actually, you know what? It probably would have been different too, because if you think about it, this is a narrow path right here. This is very narrow. And had I just got enough spearmen just to hold this line, yeah, probably, you know what? Yeah, probably would have been better for him to go this way. But again, I spammed towers out, medieval towers, and once the medieval towers went up, he lost. I think he knew he lost. But I survived. I persevered. I refused to give up. I felt like I needed to give up, but it was just like he didn't break through this, so I was like, you know what? Until he breaks into here, then I'll give up. But he didn't. I think what's also, you know, again, he didn't get his tempo up quick enough. He didn't get the poultry farm, so he couldn't press the attack. But even then, I think it would have been like a race for time for me. Like it would have been a race for time. I'm sorry, a race for time for him. Because if he didn't, since he didn't manage to break me in medieval, he wouldn't have been able to break me in industrial. Yeah, it just wouldn't have been. It just couldn't be. I wouldn't have went China, and once I went China, it would have been gone. Game over. He's done. But if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and I will see you all next time.